Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Annette, the owner and CEO of Go Getter LLC. Y'all know it's our vision at Go Getter LLC to help women monetize their God-given gifts, convert their gift into a 5 to 7 figure income generating business that supports their lives and their legacies. Listen, I just wanted to come and tell you all. I know we talk a lot about grants now. It's the buzzword now, right? It is what it is. But I wanted to share with you all, and the funny thing was, I literally just realized this on last week while I was sitting down. I don't even remember what I was doing and came to that realization. I was like, oh my God, literally the grant is what liberated me from my profession, right? Um, so many of you all know, some of you may not. If you are new to me and new to discovering who I am, know that by trade, I am a mental health therapist. So I went to Xavier University of Louisiana, secured a master's degree in mental health counseling. 12 years ago, I was still in my profession, two college degrees, only making $40,000, right, as a supervisor of a social service agency. From there, what happened was I applied for a grant for a summer program because I had a nonprofit organization at the time that was servicing youth, right? Applied for a grant I created this signature program that was specifically for low income girls. And it was called the Instilettos Girls Program, where we were instilling empowerment and training tools of superior little girls, right? Teaching them life and social skills, job readiness skills, entrepreneurship skills, getting them college ready. So we did college tours, all the things, right? With teenage girls. So some 13 to 17-year-old girls, no, 12 to 17-year-old girls. And so I created this signature program, and the city decided to fund the program, right? So they gave me 50 girls to do this program with. That was our very first year. The grant was for $16,000, right? So once I got awarded the grant, um, I did the summer program. It was a 6 week summer program. It was amazing. I absolutely loved everything about that experience. I quit my career because what I wanted to do was focus full time on that particular business to do more of what I absolutely love to do, which at that time I loved working with teenagers. I loved working with teenagers, and then discovered that I loved working with women as well, right? The only reason I dissolved the nonprofit and moved to the LLC, which is Go Getter now, was because the nonprofit was only structured for me to work. It was structured for me to work with kids, right? Um, Overall, it was kids from 6 to 17. I realized during the process I really didn't like working with little kids. I really loved working with teenagers and loved working with women, most of which is moms, right? And then the nonprofit, because it was structured for children, it wasn't. I had already gotten a 501(c)(3) on being able to provide services to children, so I just dissolved it and started working with teenagers and then moms and women. Um, but that particular summer, I was again awarded that particular grant to do the 6 week summer program. But what you have to realize with a grants, you are allowed to, whatever you write in the grant as far as expenses is what you're allowed to spend that grant money on. So I wrote my salary in the grant for that particular summer. I wrote like field trips I was taking the girls on, supplies that I wanted for them. We bought them t-shirts to go on a field trip. So they all had like a uniform look, all of these things. So all the supplies, my rent overhead, everything that we needed for that particular summer was written in that particular grant. Again, even my salary, and I had two workers that worked for me. Actually, my daughter was one of my workers, and then I had another worker that was working for me for the summer as well. Because initially, when I first started the summer program, I was actually still supervising the social service agency. I didn't quit until midway through the summer program. So the young lady that I had working for me, she worked, opened up the summer camp, ran it until I got there like midday, and he closed it down. I was flexible because I was supervising case manager, so I would be in the field periodically and then in the office. Early in the morning, I had to be in the office, which meant my worker had to open up the summer camp. But I said all that to say that particular grant allowed me to be able to quit my job, work for my nonprofit full time, right? Now, $16,000 ain't gonna last forever. So I had about a 90-day cushion to figure out how am I going to generate more money into this nonprofit. One of the things that I realized in being able to work in my business full time versus when I was working and trying to figure it out, I just didn't have enough time. I was working a 9 to 5, but because I was supervisor, if my case managers was out and something was going on with one of their clients, they get to call me whenever, right? So it wasn't really a 9 to 5 job, which makes it hard to concentrate on building your own business when you over here building somebody else's dream. When you have full time to allocate to your business, then you're able to figure out other streams of income, what makes sense to the business, making sure it's in alignment, identifying a target audience for it, all of these things, right? You have time to focus on it. And I gave myself like, listen, we got 90 days to get this done, because once this money runs out, I can't pay myself every other week if I don't have any other money, right? I put myself on salary, and that allowed me to pay my mortgage, car note, car insurance, all of that or whatever for 3 months. By the time that 3 months was up and that money was gone, I had already added another stream of income into the business, right? So I started doing contracts with schools, going in and teaching that very same program, right? To the girls in the school. So we got two different schools. We got contracts to go in and teach them life skills and all these other things, right? So from the contracts, I started realizing, hey, a lot of these children need mental health services. A lot of them are attention deficit. A lot of them have this going on, XYZ. So then we added a Medicaid funded mental health program to the nonprofit, right? That skyrocketed our revenue up to, we grew up to $500,000 a year just from adding that component to it, right? Because again, it's Medicaid funded. We had about 100 something clients in that particular program. So if you know anything about Medicaid funded mental health program, whatever those are, that's consistent revenue, earned revenue that's coming into the organization. So we build Medicaid every week for the services that my staff provided to the clients that were in the mental health program. And that helped us, again, build the business up to a multi six-figure business, because again, at that point we grew to $500,000. So in addition, from grant funds, because we started getting those, we ran that summer program for almost 10 years. So we, from grant funds to contract work that we did in schools, to the Medicaid program, and we had one other thing, I don't even remember what it was. We grew to, from what we were then barely generating any revenue, the $16,000 gave me the opportunity to sit down in the business, figure things out, and grew to a $500,000 business from there, right? And so naturally, once the business starts generating that type of money, I can give myself a really decent salary, right? So I started out with my salary at about 80,000, grew it to 95,000, no, 100, 125, $120,000 a year, right? A salary, because again, it started from the $16,000 grant. They gave me the freedom and the time to allocate full time into my business, to figure out what streams of revenue do I need in this business to help it to sustain, to help it to continue to grow, to help it to continue to bring money in consistently. Because again, if you are in business, whether it's a nonprofit or for profit, no matter what it is, a nonprofit is still a business as well. It needs consistent revenue coming in from some sources, right? Nonprofits are not only thriving on grant funding, right? There, a lot of them have some type of consistent income stream. Just think about Goodwill. That's a nonprofit, but their consistent stream is, you know what they do? They get clothes and stuff donated to them, and they sell them. Goodwill has sales every day. Somebody's coming in there buying clothes, whatever Goodwill may have, right? That they're selling. They're reselling the things that you all are donating. Their consistent income stream is from sales, right? Again, there are other nonprofits that may have other type of fundraisers that allow them to generate revenue every day. So a nonprofit is still a business. It still needs money coming in every day. Just our consistent income generator was the mental health program that allowed my staff to go out every day, provide services to these children, mental health counseling services, to children, because again, that's all we service was children with that particular program, and generate revenue on a consistent basis. So like I said, we were able to bill Medicaid every week for those. Every summer from then on, we even grew from the all girls summer program to a partnership with New Orleans Recreation Department. And we also added a girls and boys program, because they wanted us to duplicate the program but add boys to it. We couldn't just service girls on this side. So we had NOLA Youth Works that funded the all girls program, and New Orleans Recreation Department that funded the girls and boys program. So we started having two summer programs running at once. But again, it all started with that $16,000 grant. They gave me the liberty, freedom, flexibility to walk away from a career that was only paying $40,000 a year to now the business. We transitioned from being the nonprofit to Go Get a LLC, which it is today. And this has allowed me to add multiple other streams of revenue, because now we're not only servicing teenagers. For the most part, we rarely do teenage. We just created a teenage, it's called the Teen Entrepreneurship Academy curriculum. So we're going to start disseminating that in 2024. in partnership with some schools. But then we do most of our work with women, women now, especially mompreneurs, right? And so we've added tons of streams of income on this side, from consulting to business development, to contract work with the government, all all type of things or whatever. So our business is women owned small business certified. And so we have multiple streams of revenue on this side, but the $16,000 grant is where it all started, right? And helped us to grow and evolve and keep growing and keep evolving and keep growing. So I strongly encourage, if you are a business owner, learn grant writing, start applying for grants on a consistent basis. Take you at least 60 to 90 minutes a month to sit down and complete these grant applications. You are not going to get them all, but you don't need them all. If you get one grant for the year for $20,000, right? Then that's going to take your business a long way. I promise you, I guarantee you that. But learn the grant writing skills. Again, if you need a community that's going to help support you, help you to fill out those grant applications, help you to have access to grant leads, because a lot of people, even if they know how to write grants, they're like, what do I submit it? Where are the people? Where are the funds, right? You have to have the grant leads to be able to submit it to. We provide the leads every month. We have hundreds and hundreds of grant leads every month because we have access to grant directories. We have resources that we get the grant leads from, all the things, right? So if you need grant leads, somewhere to submit the grants to, even if you know how to write grants, then you want to be a part of the Wealth Architect Society, which is the group, a community that we are launching this weekend. So y'all stay tuned. I'll give you information on how to join the society. Every month, what we'll be doing is meeting once a month for Q&A. You can text me any question about anything wealth related. I'm first generation wealthy for my family. Came from poverty, refused to let my family stay in poverty. So I just changed the narrative for my children. And so if that's your story and you need assistance with that, then I'm the girl to help you. We're going to be talking about grant writing one session a month. We're going to be going through grant applications. So helping you all to fill those out and submit them. Everybody that's in the membership are going to get grants, access to grant leads every month. And the membership is literally only $37 a month. So you're getting all of this for $37 a month or $300 for the year. So very, very inexpensive. We just want you all to have access to it. I want you all to learn grant writing, and that's just that, right? Because I know how it can change your life. It changed mine. All right. So hopefully this has helped you all some. I'll talk to you all soon. See y'all tomorrow night, same time, same place. Y'all have a wonderful day. Bye bye.